Hello everyone and welcome back to the next episode of Frostpunk 2, where we're in a decent position, but a whiteout is on its way at some point soon. So that's something we're got to be aware of. This food district is about to run out in 39 weeks, but it's not too bad. I'm not entirely sure when the whiteout's on its way, but that's going to be a problem when it does, so we need to get ourselves prepared. And that means looking not just at New London, the old Dreadnought, but any other places too. One thing I'm going to start off by doing is see if I can turn this abandoned mine outpost into a proper settlement. I know the coal here is nearly run out, but I wonder if we can still get a permanent coal source here. It'd be excellent if we could. So I'm going to connect some skyways. Don't know if that will connect us in, but it might do. Probably won't actually, to be honest. So from here we need to get ourselves connected in. But for that we're not going to have the explosion teams because I've just messed up. That's fine. We'll speed up time so that builds. Rail mine outpost about to deplete. That's fine. We can deal with that in a second. Yeah, we still need to get this connected in properly. I clearly messed up there. Okay, so we've got increased population growth there from the weather station. Nothing else yet. I might be able to connect these in one way or another, but again, we're going to need more of those teams to do so. Okay, whale outpost is nearly done. That's fine. We don't know when the whiteout's coming, is my only real concern. These guys are nearly on their way back, that transport convoy. This coal here is nearly done, 15 weeks left. It's getting colder, then it's going to get warmer, then it's going to get much colder. Maybe that will... it doesn't show us when the whiteout's coming, but maybe it's just not on the way yet. So there we go. Plus 10. We've got enough... flush sand teams now to really try and get this connected in. So we'll see if I can get this done. Like this. Because then I'll turn that into a settlement if I can. Because having the additional permanent resource deposit will be useful. And I want to do this before the coal runs out if I can help it. So that's my plan. So we'll get time ticking along while that happens. Okay, the guys with the cores are back, I believe. No, they're back with something. Some people don't do emergency shifts. That's not too bad, to be honest. There is a permanent food source up here. Wouldn't be a bad one to connect up. I think we're doing okay for food for the time being anyway. And we have an event here. Running on fumes. Steward, the pilgrims have begun lacing oils with various herbs and substances and burning the mixture as if it were incense. They steep themselves in the smog, running the concoction through their masks directly into their lungs. They claim the trance they enter allows them to see hidden ways in the frostland, past the landmarks and hidden places. The ritual harms no one. The amount of oil they require is negligible, and their work has not been affected. If anything, they seem more impassioned than before. Okay, Pilgrim's fervour is increased. I don't know if that's a positive thing, but the Pilgrims do like us. Speaking of which, we need to get a new law down. I think we pledged to... yeah, we pledged to do something here, didn't we? Machine-centric shifts. We actually pledged to vote for anything? Maybe not. I would like to get the New Londoners back on side. I suspect that in future we might need them, but there's nothing they want to propose, so I'm going to grant the agenda to the Frostlanders instead. Durable goods. So good demands per capita is slightly decreased. I'm happy to vote for that. I don't really mind either way if it passes or not, but it should pass anyway. I can't see why it wouldn't. And yes, it does. The eyes have it, and it means that the Frostlanders and the Pilgrims will like us. Obviously, the Stalwarts will probably not, but when do the Stalwarts ever like us? Because they never do. Right. Durable goods placed on the council agenda by Frostlanders. Fine. How are we doing over here? Create settlement, that's what I want to do. And we can also get this upgraded. So this is now 400 coal. Going up to 600 coal. Whiteouts will no longer disable this settlement. That's important. Because we need this. We need these settlements to keep going regardless, I would say. Shipping currently to the old Dreadnought. Oh, do we want to change that perhaps? Let's just go over to the resource transfer. Look how much coal we're making. We're making so much coal per turn. This is amazing. We're going to have to adjust the oil amount slightly. Like thus, that will do. So we'll actually be losing some oil in London for the time being. 94 of it to be precise. I wonder why that's happening. Over to the old Dreadnought. We could pump out emergency shifts. I don't know if that's really a good idea. I might be tempted to put some actuated heat dispatchers in the oil extractions just to get more oil pumping out. Although we're still not that far behind, but I do probably want to actually build some more fuel stockpile hubs because we are just... At the moment we're keeping up with our supply of coal and oil, and it would be nice to keep it that way, so I don't want to be wasting time by not having any available. We should probably also get this connected for the additional food, this whale mine outpost, so the more we can get done, the better, I would say. Get you connected into here, although we don't quite have the amount of... Okay, we don't have the heat stamps required for now, that's fine, we can get that connected in. We're making a good amount of heat stamps per turn. Tesla crate is about to deplete. Okay, it's fine. But yeah, it's probably not a bad thing for us to get this food area connected in. So we'll do that. We don't have that many spare frosting teams at the moment. I don't know if we care so much about the Fortitude base. That's less exciting to me. The ice shelter we probably want to improve at some point, just to ensure that we don't have any issues with the Whiteout when that arrives. But over to New London again. We're actually doing okay. We are still struggling for oil. So definitely I think any... Oh, there's the Whiteout, okay. Temperature drop by 6 to 8 degrees, heat demand will extremely increase, areas under Whiteout will be impossible to explore, sites and outposts under Whiteout will be cut off. Okay, so all these additional bits we're not going to get, so like the materials, so forth. But we're still managing, hopefully. I mean, this is why it's good to get the food and the materials set up now, if we can help it. We've got a little bit of time before the Whiteout comes in, so we need to get ourselves prepared. I do want to keep working on oil. We should also really get something upgraded here. We did, oh yes, we did do that generator upgrade too, so that might be useful. Cold liquid factors. So that exchanges coal into oil from memory. We'll probably go for the one with the Stalwarts and the New Londoners agree with, so we'll research that. A beacon of hope. Incoming Whiteout. Steward, our guards have encountered a group of frozen, terrified outsiders at the edge of the city. Oh god. It seems they speak of stories spreading among the destitute groups scraping by in the frozen wastes, that our improved generator can ensure safety for all, that here people can have a future. It seems New London has become a beacon of hope in the face of incoming Whiteout. There'll be more people coming. That's actually rather unfortunate because we're going to need to cater for all these people. So I'm just going to wait to see what the updated requirements are for population. Okay, we've got more Frostland teams. Let's go back to the Frostland. We need to get things set up. Food is important to create a settlement. If we can send them out to other places, that's not too bad. So yes, Jonah's Whale tower will get upgraded. That's going to provide food for New London. And then we're going to want to do the same for the ice smelter. We just need a few... Oh, we need cores for that. Ugh. Where can we find cores quickly? I know some people are out... Yeah, some people out here. There's a chance of cores there in the hills. Just trying to think if there's anywhere else we might be able to go for. Anywhere relatively cheap in terms of expeditions. Plenty of stuff over here at the Frozen Ocean. But it requires a lot of people. I'm trying to find a kind of exploration which doesn't require as much from us. I don't think I'm going to collect the Frozen Grove for the moment. Mountains, maybe. Okay, for now we're just going to have to keep hold of our current people. Hopefully we can find the cores required from our journey to keep things moving in the right direction. The size of the pilgrims is actually getting pretty decent. They're balancing out the New Londoners and the Frostlanders somewhat, so I'm not all too unhappy about that. Fine, let's speed forward time a bit. Keeping an eye on all our resources and so forth. We are running out of oil, but I do also need to, which is essential, yes, build this. Requires more heat stamps and more cores. So cores now seem to be the name of the game. Because our coal stockpile is full. So I wouldn't mind getting just one more. I wouldn't mind getting another fuel stockpile hub up and running. Go there. Yeah, I can go there, that's fine. Getting that down, that should just give us a little bit of extra coal capacity, which is going to be useful. We are going to need it. Yeah, we need to stockpile as best possible. There we go. That's another 14 weeks for coal. Colder season heat demand has increased. It's going to use even more oil. So I do want to find a way to increase our oil output for sure. This Tesla crate is nearly done in terms of prefab, so be it. I would like the ice smelter because the materials are pretty useful, but realistically materials, if they need to go, can go. Right, what we found over here. So, site of conflict, the road expedition. A pair of broken down transports are flanked by unmarked graves. Neither damage nor death was the result of natural causes. If repaired, the transport could be useful for useful expeditions. Then again, the cores could be useful too. So, expedition time is extremely decreased. Take the cores. We can take the cores. We need the cores at the moment. Over here, fishing spot. That's food, but it's not a permanent food source, and the Whiteout will not allow us to get it. And road expedition. A transport lies in pieces, frozen corpses scattered around, unburied. Our scouts found a journal amongst the carnage. After that bloodshed weeks back, he's only got madder. He speaks of splitting atoms, setting the air on fire, ending the frost. He has declared this a one-way journey and hanged the men who argued, not waiting for the same. There is nothing more that can be done for them. Interesting. So we haven't found really much more over this way. The IEC smelter might have to wait. I think we've got other issues. 2 cores coming back. I think we probably need 3 to upgrade this building. It requires 3 more cores. I think we're only going to get 2, unfortunately. But we might be able to get it before the whiteout happens. We just need to find somewhere. There's cores up here. There's only 1 core. I'm going to take the core there. It's only 1 core. That might seem a little bit of a waste, but I want to upgrade the New London generator as best possible. Over in the old Dreadnought, I want to work on our oil production over here. Stockpile here is full. So again, we could probably do with another fuel deposit in this area as well. Fuel stockpile hub. It requires more workforce that we don't have. I am going to put the oil guys into emergency shifts. Oh no, they were already okay. They were already in emergency shifts. That's interesting. Yeah, trust is going to fall because of that. That's fine. We need the oil to keep going. I don't know when is the whiteout coming now. We just got to survive it. But we don't know when it's coming. I thought we knew when it was coming in, but maybe not. Right, we're in the city. There are no common rules. So accept all outsiders or allow productive outsiders in. I think we'll do that one. That seems like a smart thing. I don't know if it will pass, but the stalwarts would at least like it if it did pass. Ooh, doesn't quite make it. I just thought realistically it might be the better one of the two. We do need a bit of extra population here. Stockpile is full, but it's going to change. I want to increase the oil production inside here. So I'm going to actually transfer some population over to the old dreadnought because we need a bit more workforce. But we don't have any spare. Okay, we don't have any spare population to send over to the old dreadnought. That's unfortunate, but so be it. Nose in the air. Steward, every day at noon the pilgrims gather around their elderly prophets and imbibe in their fume-induced fugue states. The stalwarts complain that this schedule reduces efficiency during their shifts, not to mention nearby workers end up intoxicated by the fumes as well. But there's no denying that the pilgrims have become more effective at charting the Frostland, be it through some truth in the mysticism or some fortifying placebo effect. We'll allow it, but I don't want them to get too... We don't want the fervour to increase too much, because at some point they're going... Maybe I mean, the pilgrims we will actually get on well with, so that's fine. I just don't want them to get too maniacal about everything. We can pop on the generator, but at the moment we don't really need to. Oh, that might be how we change the... I wonder if that's how we change it. That's interesting. If I can now go back to oil. Okay, pressurised coal liquidators proposed by the stalwarts. That's fine. And pilgrim rallies expand to dense housing districts. Their influence of the pilgrims is growing. Pilgrims rallies expand. Steward, empowered by your support, the pilgrims have extended their activities to a new district. How do you want them to help? Heat stamps, workforce. I'm just going to take the workforce this time. Hopefully it's enough to be worthwhile. Because we can certainly use with the extra... It would be really useful to find some way to increase our oil output. For sure. Pressurized coal liquidator. I don't know where we would need to do that, but let's head back over. We might be able to make that over in New London, actually. Let's have a look. Back out here, over to New London. If I want to make a pressurized coal liquidator, I can do it over here. So 80 oil at the cost of 100 coal. That's not even too bad. It's going to up our squalor. But that's fine. Moss oxide is about to deplete, so be it. We might whack out a bunch of these pressurized coal liquidators. That's fine by me, to be honest. It might be the best way for us to increase our oil production. Coal's going down, but I don't really care. That's fine. We don't seem to have any oil available. Interesting. Let's just go back over to the old dreadnought momentarily. We've got 36 teams. We should be doing some of these 36 teams. Can take some prefabs here. Ghost Anime as well. It's going to take a bit of time for them to come in, but that's okay. Just having a look at any other places that might be useful. I really wouldn't mind some more cores. There must be a way to do so. Maybe over there at the meadow we could go. We'll have to see. Back into New London for now. I would like to bring the New Londoners on site if possible. Heated dispatcher, coal mine, blast foundry. That's fine. I'm happy to build an actuated heat dispatcher. Because that will not be too bad for us to do. And we get more people living among us. We're okay for now in terms of keeping up, but still. There's the Whiteout again. I'm sure people will die there. So we're going to get ourselves ready. Got 36 teams again, so back out to here. And go over to the meadow, I think it was, because there's a chance of prefabs, cores, Frostland Dwellers. I don't particularly care for the Frostland Dwellers, but I wouldn't necessarily mind the other bits, to be honest. Back into New London we go. Okay, we've got 2 cores coming in. I don't know where the 3rd core is coming from. Or we might have just used it. That might be a problem actually. So over to buildings, central. I don't know what happened to that other core. I think we might have used that core accidentally. That's unfortunate. Hopefully the meadow shouldn't take too long to unlock. We might get that in time. There's plenty of materials and stuff around, but that doesn't particularly help us that much, I would say. Okay, something here in New London is done with. This extraction districts, that can be demolished to get some materials back, or some prefabs back, I should say. Is there anything you guys want to propose? Doesn't seem to be. So let's actually go to the council, because I feel like we might be able to actually pass something big like rule, which is something we wouldn't normally be able to pass. So over to rule here. So guard enforcers, guided voting. So the steward may declare a motion vitally important to the city's survival, contain debates and convincing many wavering delegates to support for it. Or we could go for guard enforcers. The steward may deploy squads of well-trained, well-equipped guards to put down disruptions and otherwise keep the peace. Steward's militia, martial law. I'm going to see if this can pass. We don't know. It may or may not. Okay, so they won't. They're mostly hesitant. Stalwarts are against. Pilgrims and Frostlanders are for. I think that will pass anyway. But it does have to pass by quite a majority, that's the only thing. And the New Londoners currently have a promise, so for now we can't do that. So let's find something a little less dramatic to focus on for the time being. Citizenship, quarantine, family apprenticeship committee. That's fine. We did mandatory school. Research speed is increased. It wouldn't be a bad thing, really. Dutiful youth. We could get rid of that. Doesn't feel very useful. Harvesting funerals. I'm not going to do. I wouldn't mind letting productive outsiders in, so I'm going to propose that. We'll see if it passes this time. I'm not going to give a promise to people otherwise for or against. It may well... No, still doesn't pass. So be it. That's fine. Okay, over here, got something interesting. Rexdale, entrepreneur. A profitable day. First couple were all rags and bones, useless. But then there was this woman with real ruby earrings. All to cover the arrivals fee, I said. The wife will love these. Next was a bunch of strong fellas. I sent them straight to Elaine's place. She'll wring them dry before I get home. Lately, there's been less of them, but maybe word is getting around. Got to take advantage while it lasts. The lack of a law regulating outsiders is decreasing population growth. That's fine. I don't necessarily want additional outsiders. We've got to have enough. We have enough here that we've got to bear in mind. So, at the moment, I think we're okay. Logistics. Hang on. I want to probably get some more of these coal liquidators down. This is what requires cores. 80 oil, fine. That's what we spent on. That's what we spent it on. We need to build an actuated heat dispatcher building. I'd like to build one over in New London. Sorry, not in New London, at the old Dreadnought, I should say. Because we have a promise to the New Londoners. It does require some more workforce though. So we'll see if we can send some workforce over. There we go. It'll take a bit of time to come over here, but that's fine. I suppose we could try to get this ice smelter set up. It only requires some additional workforce and will give us the materials we need during the whiteout. Should be useful. I'm just making sure everything's going to the right place. We'll probably want to change that to ship to New London, because if the old Dreadnought fails, so be it, but we kind of want the other bits to survive more than anything. We're still at minus 60 degrees, but I think we're doing okay for the time being. Right, new people are here. So I want to build this heat dispatcher, because that should increase more. Currently it's producing 58 oil. That's interesting. You can give more workforce to increase the oil. Fine, we might do that in future. For now, though, build this saturated heat dispatcher here. And I'm intrigued to see what that will do. That will also make the New Londoners like us. And the tree's idle. Foundries, factories, filtration towers. I'm trying to see if there's any ways to increase our oil output. Radical idea, yeah, that's already been researched. Heating, that's probably one we want to have a look at. Melting deep deposits. Advanced chocolate mine pump jacks, that looks oily. Okay, so 80 oil outputs, this is extraction districts. This would not require any this wouldn't require any cores, which is quite useful. So, additional oil output, or but with additional workforce. I'm going to put more materials. I'm going to do the one that the Stalwarts and New Londoners agree with. Get that up and running. We do still need our cores for the time being. At the moment, we don't need to. At the moment, we don't need to put the generator on overdrive. We may need to in future. Higher work. This is ridiculous. I just want to go to work, do my job, and go home. Apparently, that's too much to ask. Instead, I got to spend every shift in proximity-induced stupor and go home smelling like I survived an oil spill in a herb garden that some religious fanatics set on fire. Yeah, sure, everyone has their weird quirks, but can't we all just keep them to ourselves? Pilgrims might prove a problem in the future. We'll have to see. Frostlanders. I want to keep you on side. Charcoal regeneration plant. Vanguard logistics bay. Must filtration tower. There's nothing I can give you at the moment that I really want to give away. Might grant them agenda, but there's nothing they want to propose at the moment. Plenty of prefabs at the moment, heavens. It's actually the heat stamps that we need more of at the moment. The Whiteout is still on its way. Okay, trust rises to New Londoners. Now if we go back over to the old Dreadnought, it was on... I can't remember exactly what it was on before. It's increased it a little bit. This doesn't feel particularly ideal. Don't know why the generator here is disabled. Turn it on. Oh, is it because there's no oil here? I wonder. Interesting. It's very strange. Right. Any additional... I'm going to increase the any workforce that we can to increase our oil output here. They're already on emergency shifts, but having the extra oil there would be very useful. How are we doing over at the meadow? Still a bit of time to go. So we'll speed forward time. People are still being cured in the hospitals, which is pretty good. We keep on losing sight of when the the Whiteout will come. Few people dying, but people die. These things happen. Okay, over here at the old Dreadnought. Intruders. A group of strangers have arrived at the old Dreadnought. They call themselves the Wanderers. They seem to be a nomadic... Oh boy. They seem to be a nomadic tribe for whom this wreck was a pilgrimage site. When they learned their tombs were destroyed, they were furious, clenched jaws, the only sign of outrage. As we take in their camp, they asked we at least provide a stockpile of oil that will allow them to survive the Whiteout. We need 12 guard squads to secure the site. I don't know how much. I don't think we've got many. No, we don't have any guard squads. So we need to. Yeah, we need to give these guys some oil. I can't see the old Dreadnought go. That could be a real problem for us, if not. So let's go to resource transfer. There we go. I'd love to give these guys... We need to gather some oil for ourselves. So for now, New London's going to have to cope without some oil. And they're going to take that. They're going to take that oil from us, which is not ideal. Right, back over to New London then. How are we doing for fuel here? Coal is going down, but we do have a lot of coal, so that's not too bad. They want okay, this pump jack. That's fine because this actually gives us oil and doesn't require us to use any of our cores, which are needed for other things. Where does this actually get built? Maybe one of these extraction industrial districts? I'm not entirely sure. I'm not opposed to building one of these, it's not overly clear to me where we would build them. Maybe it has to be over the oil. It might have to be over the oil places. So let's go back out. Hotel Dreadnought, we'll see what's happened over there in a second. You've got an actuated heat dispatcher. I'm almost tempted to get rid of that and put something else in instead. But let me just see if this is actually what we need to do. Buildings, it was the pump check you wanted here. We don't have the workforce. We might be able to send some more workforce over. So let's do that if we can. There we go, relocate some over. See what happens. In the meantime, there's something over here. Ah, the nomads, fine. So group of yeah, this is we could just send the stuff to them. We don't have the guard squads available. Nomads will scatter. It might be something worth looking into, actually. Guard squads. Remind me how I can't actually remember how I make these guys. Okay, I would only need some of these. Let me go back up to New London. I might be able to make some guard squads there, because if we keep the oil for ourselves, that would be good, although I feel like that might come back to bite us in the future. Anyway, I can take these guys? No, I think we need to expand some of these housing districts. But we're going to need to do some frost breaking for that, that's fine. We should probably have some of these guys ready to go. We are getting close to Whiteout. But we do want to try to keep this oil for ourselves if we can. Right, back over to the old dreadnought. Also, the meadow should be done in just 1 second. There we go. Let's see what they've discovered here. So, they found some nomads that we can either bury, take them in from the cold, and our scouts told you not about the sacrifice. Yeah, I'll bury them, that's fine. Abandoned camp, I can salvage some prefabs. Ooh. Oh, automatons of cores. I feel like I've got to take the cores, and we'll take that as well. The cores are very useful. We need, because we want to upgrade the New London generator, I would say. I think that'd be a wise thing to do. Right, over to the old dreadnought, because I want to. We have so many prefabs here. Right, I want to. First of all, there's a couple of things we need to do, but first of all, I want to build one of these pump jacks. It can go here. It's additional oil output. It's very useful, and I'm actually going to probably dismantle this this building here. Because I don't feel it's that useful, and I feel like we could put one of those oil things there instead. In terms of laws, over in New London, anyone want to propose a law for me? Law, New London, anything, any agenda you want? Pilgrims want an agenda. You can choose the next one. Except all outsiders. I actually kind of don't want that to pass, but fine, whatever. This should pass, I imagine. Yeah, it will do. So the Pilgrims will like that, and I think the Frostlanders won't mind that either. Stuarts and New Londoners won't like it, though. We've got plenty of... I wish I could use my prefabs for something a bit more useful. Okay. Steward relations with the Stuarts have become unbearably tense. They see your current efforts as utter folly and spit on the ground whenever you enter the council. If there wasn't a Whiteout at our door, we'd be out there with our fists held high, dragging the city to a halt until you start to see reason. We can ignore them for now, but we may consider placating them before the weather worsens. Stewards warned that they will take action after the Whiteout if you cannot keep their relations at least neutral. Research liberated youth. I'm happy to give that a promise. And where is that? It's going to be over here. Liberated youth. That's fine. I'm happy to research that anyway. Doesn't feel like a bad thing. And that might bring them a little bit back on side. I'm not going to give them a... I was also going to build a... building here, wasn't I? I was going to build some patrol towers, but I need to expand this district. There we go. Shouldn't take too long to complete. More people live among us. That's kind of unfortunate. But we have just increased our living space. I'm going to put down a patrol watchtower, because if we get rid of these nomads, that would be quite useful, though that might lead to more tension in the future. We have some guard squads available. So out here, I'm going to send guards from New London with the Frostland teams, because then we should hopefully not have to deliver the oil to them, which in all honesty would be quite useful. Captain's mine about to deplete. Not sure where that is. Right over here. So nomads surrender. Steward last night our guards attacked the nomads camp near the old dreadnought. Overwhelmed and outnumbered, the nomads surrendered. They approached a parley. They took great care to avoid the sites of the graves we desecrated. Then they made the return to their families. We'll never be content with what happened here, but we cannot fight you. May the Frostland judge as she does. Okay. Economy form is confident the nomads will not return. I'll believe that when I see it happen. 36 Frostland teams. What do we want to do with them? Mountains. I'm just trying to think somewhere useful. Prefabs and cores. Let's launch there. See what we find. Back into New London. We've got our cores now, so we should be able to upgrade. Yeah, generator here. There we go. Adaptive pumps. We'll get that built. We've got plenty of coal to last. It just doesn't seem to be the oil doesn't seem to last us that long. Very interesting. Okay, stalwarts are happy we've kept our thing. They're not going to ever... They're still going to be hostile with us. I doubt they'll ever like us, to be honest. Back to the transfer of goods. I think that any spare oil can now come back over to New London. And we'll balance out the goods as well if we can. And we'll balance out the coal as well. That'll do. We are going to be over capacity by a little bit. Oh yeah, that's going to really increase the New London amount. Fine. Let's just cancel that and try again. The one I care most about is the oil. Not so much the food, that's fine. So, oil needs to go up. We can transfer that straight away. We don't need as many materials being transferred over, that's fine, because everyone is both at capacity, and we can then transfer some coal over. I would think. If we just balance this a little bit better. That's okay, that's still better than before. And means that over here we shouldn't have as many, over in New London we shouldn't have as many problems with our oil. And actually our coal is going to be in surplus for the time being, which is good. What do we want to research? Frostland. Hubs might not be a bad thing. Rail hub, surveillance hub, emergency medical hub. We haven't really looked at this tree very much, have we? Maintenance hub. Yeah, we really haven't done much on the hubs there. Let's look at somewhere else. Asylums. That's a radical idea. It's not surprising. Parenthood. Communal parenthood. I wouldn't actually mind that, to be honest. Dedicated motherhood. I actually would, yeah, I prefer this from the... I'm going to research that, because having more active workers just feels inherently useful. especially over at the old Dreadnought, we seem to struggle a little bit with the amount of workers that we have. Speaking of which, I'd love to get another pump jack down, but we're going to need a few more heat stamps for that. But first, over here we have an event. Pilgrims further weakens. Should you keep your pilgrims on good terms for a long time, as your relations flourish, their leaders have gone out of their way to appease some agitated members of their faction. We wish to keep the current state of our city. We do not need instigators amongst our ranks. Happy to see that. Back over to the old Dreadnought. God, we've got so many prefabs. Speed up time. There we go. Pause. Delegate session on Liberated Youth. I do want to get this district down. Or this building, sorry, this pump jack for the extra oil. Getting this extra pump jack down should increase our oil output pretty handsomely. There we go. So now I do actually want to send the majority of our oil over to New London if I can help it. The problem is that's going to send a lot. We're going to be over transport capacity. So what can we pull back on? I don't think we need the coal as much anymore. There we go. That should send the majority of our oil over to New London, which feels inherently useful. And there's another event here. Stalwarts demand vote on communal parenthood. A customary practice would be to hold a vote at first opportunity, but another group is already given the right to set the current agenda. The Stalwarts graciously agree to forego their customary research privilege, but trust you will grant them the agenda in the near future to compensate. 15 weeks, otherwise I imagine their fervour is going to increase. For now, Liberated Youth. What's happening here? I wouldn't mind the Youth Employment Programme. So Pilgrims won't go for it, neither will the Stalwarts. I wouldn't mind someone passing Frostlanders. What would you want to vote for? Moss Filtration Tower, condemn the Stalwarts, or Charcoal Regeneration Plant? I'll build a Charcoal Regeneration Plant, that's fine in future. And then see if this passes with Liberated Youth. I think it will pass. I might be wrong. No, it does pass, fine. So Liberated Youth passed. I'm going to grant agenda to these guys because I think we're going to need it in future. Here we go, grant agenda. So they can choose the next law. And over here, I'm still trying to think what would be the best thing for us to do. Over in the Frostlands, stay out as headquarters. That will give us only more exploration time. That doesn't feel that useful to me. Foundries, factories, filtration towers. Interesting. Hothouses. Automated workforce. New work model, that sounds fun. But we're actually already there. Foundries, factories. Heating, perhaps? I think there's probably more we can do in heating. Advanced coal mines. Advanced pump jacks might be a useful thing. To get the additional oil. We're going to need a bunch more heat stamps for that, but I think we will do so. It's not going to take us long to get this additional heat stamps in. There we go. Advanced pump jacks. Getting more oil in is just going to be useful, to be honest. So we'll do that. Oh, New Londoners do not like us. Why don't they like us? We do not want them to be... We don't want them to be sceptical about us, especially coming into a whiteout. Here's a promise. Research ventilation tower. Pressurized coal liqueficator. Maybe not. Advance. I'm happy to research ventilation tower. I'm happy to research, that's fine. Don't know why they're so angry with us, but something we have to watch out for. For sure. Okay, over at the old Dreadnought. We're doing okay. We're managing to keep up, I would say. Back over in New London. First of all, this is going to run out soon. Captain's Mine, which is going to give us a lot of coal. That's okay. This generator should now have the second... Yeah. Intake optimization oil. Steam. Coal. I don't know what that does for us, really. So it increases the heat yield of selected fuel type. Interesting, there's a very loud car horn outside. So we'll switch to oil, to steam, or to coal. And for now, we'll stick with coal because that allows our oil to regenerate as best as possible. But as we come forward to the Whiteout, I think we'll pause things there and take this up next time. Let's see if we can survive the Whiteout and survive the political implications. In the meantime, thank you so much for watching. Take care. Bye-bye.